I'm Wesley Morris.
I'm Ty Burr.
And we will now try to figure out why on earth we needed to see 127 hours.
I'm glad I saw 127 hours. Well, okay, this is based on a true story. A guy named Aaron Ralston spent 5 days in a crevice with his arm pinned by a giant
You went to college
bolt.
with this guy. He's like
and
really
at a certain
jumpy,
point, he's got to leave something
really
behind. If he's got to leave something behind, and it's got to come off if he's going to get out of there. And the movie's sort of leading up toward that scene. And I have to say, I was wondering before I went in, how is even Danny Boyle, the man who gives you, his movies are death by 1,000 cuts, going to make a guy stuck in a hole matter for 97 minutes? And I have to say he did it. I mean, for one thing...
He does. I mean, the movie is technically marvelous.
It's technically brilliant,
yeah.
And without going into overkill. And one of the things I appreciate is that it goes inside this guy's psyche. I
mean, and I think that in some ways that strategy is incredibly modern. It feels incredibly now to me.
Oh, it works.
And at the same time, I kind of wonder, part of me is, as much as I didn't want to watch this movie, was wondering what the saner version of this movie would be. What the camera just on James Franco without any cutting or flashbacks,
as it were,
anthropomorphizing of any, none of that stuff.
Guidebook says 4.5 hours to the big drop rappel. I aim to take 45 minutes off that.
There's an emotional through line in this movie, which is that this is a guy who's young, who's on top of the world, who thinks he can do it all himself, and it's about how that hubris, that egotism, basically gets brought down to earth, and that he understands through the ordeal he goes through and where he goes in his mind and his soul that he cannot live with other people. That's the message of this movie, and I actually found it incredibly moving.
He can't live with or without?
Without
yes.
other people. He
needs,
and
here that's especially true.
Well, but it works on both the literal, physical, and the metaphysical level. I mean, I found this a really moving experience, and the gotcha scene didn't really. I thought it was not overplayed, not exploitive.
No, I mean it's perfectly natural. I
saw you almost bolting toward the exits a couple of times.
Yes, I got up twice.
Yeah.
But it just makes me wonder what the other version of this movie is, and it's not so much that I didn't mind this one. It didn't move me.
I found it very moving.
But I was impressed by its sort of physical rigor. I'm Wesley Morris.
You got to hand it to him. I'm Ty Burr.
Or arm it to him.
Yeah.
That's 127 hours. Au revoir.
It's shorter than that.